Hello, my name is Robin Hatcher, and I just want to give you a quick intro of how we have organized our home for our daughter Haley. We hope to provide you some information to get your brain going to organize your home. Our daughter is very severe in nature. She has cerebral palsy, Down syndrome, cortically blind. Basically, she is bedfast at this point, and all of her needs are very intense. So in order that we don't drown in the day, we have our house set up in such a way that we can just easily grab and go things as we need them. So I first want to show you one of the things that we purchased, and this is a shoe organizer. And we have all of her cathing supplies in here. We've got her cath kits, her iodine, and her catheters. And we literally, when we do this 3 or 4 times a day, we just grab and we pick the 3 items that we need and we put them on the bed, and it's just that fast. The next area I want to take you to is her supply closet. This is sort of a supply closet, but it's also a pantry. But it's really important when you have a child that's very complex that you never run out of supplies, because you can't easily get these supplies at Walmart. So basically, we have everything in the front that we can see so that we can tell, number one, what is our stock? Are we low? And we can just easily grab and go. Setting things up in a way that you can see things and get to them fast is really the goal. Now I want to take you into Haley's room, and again, we have to keep in mind with all of the medications that she's on, we don't want to have to be grinding medications up, pulling them up in syringe, preparing flushes. So we do this once a week in order to make every single day flow faster. So if you want to come on in, and I'm going to show you some of her drawers and how we have organized things. So these are 3 of the drugs that she's on. These containers can be purchased at Hobby Lobby. And these are all color coded. So any caregiver that comes in here, they know exactly what they're giving her based upon the color. This is a drug that we use, but we use 3 different doses. So we've got different trays that could just be purchased from Walmart. We've got 3 different doses. So we've got a nighttime, we've got a midday, we've got a morning, but they're all in separate locations so that we can easily pick them with our eye. And then this is just a separate drug that we lay to the side to help us to remember, okay, this is another drug. We also have the flushes, they're already prepared. So in order for us to mix the drugs, we have our 5 ml water flush, and then we have a 10 ml to flush it through her GJ tube. This drawer is specifically so we can just discard the empty syringes so we can watch them about a week from now. When we start the day off, we put everything that we need up here for Haley. So we never have to second guess, did we give her a medication? We know it's up here, and if it's up here, we have not given it yet. We know if it's gone, then we've given it. And so we never fail to do this every day, because really sometimes the days can run together, and this is a really simple way to handle things, to make sure that you're doing things without really having to write it down. And then I'll tell you a little bit about this cabinet. I wanted something that, I didn't want her room to look all medical, so we purchased this lingerie cabinet for Haley's room. And some of these ideas I just got from the ICU units. They use bigger cabinets that are locked, and I thought, how could I incorporate that into Haley's room? But this really works great for us. Another thing that we do for Haley is she is fed through a GJ tube. So during the day, we focus on hydration. And if you look over here, we've got different bottles. These are just Sprite bottles that we fill with Miralax and water. She gets 1 of these a day. Then she gets 3 plain waters. So when we prepare these in advance, they're ready to go. We don't have to go and fill water. If you can just imagine doing all these tasks that I've just mentioned throughout the day, it's pretty draining. And then we always put up 3 of her foods. We've got them up on the shelf. We've got our extra stock in our bags at the bottom here. And we can see easily, you know, what we need, grab it and go. And then this is another idea. You can purchase this from Walmart. This is a little trash can. We only use this to put our empty bottles in. So when our respite worker comes, she grabs the bottles out of the trash can. And it's a way to declutter and keep things from getting so messy. And then let's talk about self-care. Again, we've got some grab and go things. We've got all of her diapers and pads in one drawer. If you can afford to use some of your drawer space for supplies, it basically will just keep your room more organized. I think you'll mentally feel a little bit better that it's not so jumbled up with stuff everywhere, and then it makes it look a little bit less medical. So this is one drawer. And then in this drawer, we also have more cath supplies. Everything that we need to help Haley use the restroom, go to the restroom, is contained within this drawer right here. We even have air fresheners. Everything that we need is right here at our fingertips. This basically is a drawer for if we need to get a piece of medical equipment to check blood pressure, pulse, her heart rate, and these supplies here are to help us to care for her GJ tube, and then gloves. And then lastly, this drawer here is really more about self-care ointments that we need, how to clean her face, lotions, deodorant. We've got some Tylenol, hair things, just anything that you would need for self-care. I really hope that this has helped you. I know when I was starting my journey, this is one of the biggest things that I needed help on. And some ways that you could try to find out what would work out for your particular situation is you could look at Pinterest. That's a great avenue to look at. See what other people are doing. As far as my situation, how can you put what your child's issues into my situation? I know it seems overwhelming, but really if you take just one weekend, you'll be surprised about how much you can make your day go so much smoother.